Hello everyone. So today I am going to discuss about the Constitution of India. About the about the Constitution of India. In this Constitution, we have first question is reservation is legislative body. So in legislative bodies, the reservation procedure. I am discussing this. So recently, 104th Amendment was passed, and that was in, we can say, 126th Amendment was enacted. We know in the recent condition, 103 Amendment, that was 10% reservation for the EWS, and 102 Constitutional Amendment, that was for the backward classes OBC, and 101 Constitutional Amendment, that was introduced for the GST, and 100 Constitutional Amendment, that was the Bangladesh conferment of citizenship right to the resident and enclave. Okay, so these was some amendments. Now next one, this act was brought to objective. First is extended the reservation for the SC and the ST in the legislative body, and not extending for the Anglo-Indians in the Lok Sabha and legislative body. Okay, so the provision is nomination of the Anglo-Indian, so not extending the provision. Now the nomination of the Anglo-Indian, that clause was completely shut down according to 104th Constitutional Amendment Act. Okay, and now next one is the act has provision for amending the Article 334 and extending the reservation only for SC and ST community. Okay, and the legislative body, till that it was 2030. Now Article 334 originally provided the reservation of the seats and the special representation would cease to 10 years after the commencement of the Constitution. So 334 was called about originally provided the reservation of the seats and special representation of the 10 year. It was for the 10 year. Okay, and now after that 8th Constitutional Amendment, 23rd, 45, 62, 79, 95, lots of amendments on this act. Currently only some state assembly like Jharkhand, Andhra Pradesh, Bihar. So currently we have some, one is Andhra Pradesh, second one is Bihar, third one is the Chhattisgarh and Jharkhand. Okay, these have the Anglo-Indian member. So first is the Andhra Pradesh, second one is the Bihar, third one is the Chhattisgarh, and last one is the Jharkhand. Okay, no member from the Anglo-Indian community has been nominated to the current Lok Sabha. So there is no Anglo-Indian community in the Lok Sabha. Since amendment fall within the purview of the 368 of 2, so this 368 of the 2D, that is dealing with the representation of the state in parliament. This is dealing for the representation of the state in the parliament. Okay, and it is required to be ratified by legislature of the not less than half of the state by simple majority. So if there is a provision of the half of the simple majority, then only dealing with the representation of the state in the parliament. Okay, so 368, that was deal with the power of parliament to amend the constitution. Under 368 we can amend the constitution. Who is the Anglo-Indian? So who are the Anglo-Indian? About the Anglo-Indians, so Anglo-Indians are under the Article 366 and 2. An Anglo-Indian means a person whose father or any whose other male progenitors in the male line it was European descent, but who is domiciled within the territory of India. So they are the domiciled within the territory of India, India. Okay, so Article 330 and 332, these two articles are provided about the reservation of the SC and the ST community, and there is no bar on SC ST for contesting from general seat. Under 331, President can nominate 2 members for the Anglo-Indian community in the Lok Sabha. So this 331 is for the Anglo-Indian in the Lok Sabha. Okay, and 333, that is provision, same power to governor of the state to nominate one Anglo-Indian member, that was in the state. Okay, one in the state assembly, According to 10th schedule of the Constitution, Anglo-Indian member of the Lok Sabha and the State Assembly can be the membership of the party within 6 months. If they are not taking within 6 months their membership, then no membership will be there. Okay. Anglo-Indian members enjoy the same power as the MP, but they cannot vote in a presidential election. So during the presidential election, they do not have any power of the voting, and nowadays this provision is completely shut down, so we should not even discuss about this. Now next question is related to reservation and promotion for SC and ST. So this is reservation of SC and ST. Okay, reservation of SC and ST. The central government has demanded for the review of the Supreme Court verdict, and that was the Jarnail Singh. That was the Jarnail Singh, Lakshmi Gupta. That was Lakshmi Gupta, Jarnail Singh and the Lakshmi Gupta. The Karnataka extension of constitutional seniority to government servant promoted the basis of reservation. So Karnataka government also extended the basis for the reservation, and that was for the Civil Service of the State Act. And there was a Civil Service Act in Karnataka in 2018. So what are the related cases related to the amendments about the SC and ST? First is Article 15 and 4. This is allow the state to make a special provision for SC and ST, and here we can make the special provision for the all socially SC, ST and OBC, like for the advancement. Now Article 16(4) and B provides that reserved promotion, and it is for the promotion of the post for the SC and ST. Okay, and 50% of the CAPE, that was Indira Sani case. Okay, Indira Sani case, and that was 50% of the CAPE is there. Next is Article 355, maintenance of the efficiency. Article 355, that is for the efficiency. And Indira Sani case, the Supreme Court held that the reservation policy cannot be extended. 77 amendment, that was the clause 4(1), which enabled the state to make any law regarding SC and ST. So 77 amendment is also related to SC and ST. And 85 amendment gave back the constitutional seniority for SC, ST and its promotion. And 85 amendment for the promotion in the SC, ST. Okay. And 77, which is enable the state to make any law regarding the SC and ST promotion. And 85 is also related to the constitutional seniority or promotion in SC, ST. So these two amendments are 77, and the 85 is also there. So what is problem? First is M. Nagarajan case. So this case was in 2006, and here Supreme Court upheld the constitutional validity of the reservation for SC, ST. Here they upheld the reservation for the SC and ST community and the fact about their inadequate representation and overall administrative efficiency. The central approach Supreme Court that verdict in M. Nagarajan can put unnecessary condition of the quota benefits. So in the Jarnail case, so there was one more case was there, that was the Jarnail versus Lakshmi Gupta case here in 2018. So next case was the Jarnail case and the Lakshmi Gupta case. Okay, here Supreme Court for grant of the quota for promotion in the SC and ST without any need to collect the quantifiable data. Okay, now court also asked the government to examine the possibility of introducing creamy layer for SC and ST, and they also started creamy layer for the SC and the ST. Okay, now it declined the demand to refer the case to the 7-judge case. Then after then it go for the 7 judges case, and in that now Union government asked the court to reconsider the ruling and refer issue for the 7-judge bench. Creamy layer, who are the creamy layer? So first of all about the creamy layer. Okay, so creamy layer are in 1992 Indira Sani case. In 1992 Indira Sani case, there was a court asked to government to define the criteria of fixation of the income and the property status. So currently creamy layer applicable to only other backward class, not the SC and ST. Okay, At present, Group A and Group B officers, both of the central government officers are an 8 lakh people earning more than 8 lakh rupees per annum that are comes under the creamy layer. So one is Group A, Group B, and who are earning the 8 lakh or more income. Okay. Now constitutional seniority. What the constitutional seniority means? Elevation to a senior position constitutional to circumstances and not the normal rules. So illustration is, it suppose there are 100 sanctions posts in the department. So consequential seniority means elevation to a senior position because of the circumstances and not through the normal rules. If there is no normal rules, and you are situationally going to the upper post, that is the consequential seniority. So what is consequential? So consequential word is defined to itself. Consequential seniority, the meaning is very simple. The meaning is that elevation to the senior position to circumstances not by normal rules. Okay. So this is all about the reservation for SC and ST and their matters. Okay. Hope you understand this small lecture. I will